Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time doing another comic review, and this one is on Sonic the Hedgehog Annual 2020 comic review. Now, as you know, the story pretty much covers before or during the events of the Zombot virus storyline, and the story I'm going to be covering is mainly Big's Big Adventure, which shows how Big went from kind of less used character in the IDW comics and more of a character who was kind of in behind the scenes, much like Timon and Pumbaa in Lion King 3. And the story starts off with Big looking on, saying, "Whoa, would you look at that? Don't matter how many times we've seen it, sure is pretty, Froggy. That's two." And even remembers how he tried to find him, which started off leading him in all the way to Vespa View, and how he ran into Sonic saying, "Hey big guy!" "Hey little guy!" And of course tries to look for Froggy. And we see how he's been in behind the scenes, like from the time when Amy and Sonic battled one of Eggman's robots, to basically rough and tumble taking over a town, to how Tangle and Nat were battling against Eggman's robots, and him still looking for Froggy, saying, "Froggy, it's not safe here, come on! But I lost track of you, outside Windmill Village." And this was also when Shadow and Sonic had a bit of dispute over Shadow not wanting Eggman to be brought back. And of course we also saw how he was here when Metal Sonic was revealed to be in charge of Eggman's empire, and we saw how he was there when Tangle and Whisper was there, and even when Angel Island was under attack by Metal Sonic. And we see how them saying, "I'm here for my own reasons. I didn't think you'd be for a big team up." And we kind of see how Big ended up falling down to the ocean, and of course managed to get back on shore, where we see how he ends up seeing how Sterling brings Rough and Tumble back and thinks he was a magician, and even was there when Sonic and Silver were battling Sterling, who revealed himself, and even when Rough and Tumble had their new gear, and even to the whole potential Zombot storyline. So of course, we saw how eventually the metal virus struck, and how Big said it all got scary, wondered if he was at Cream's house, and then eventually made his way to where the refugees were, thinking it was a big slumber party. And everyone saying, "Victor, hold! Is that a Zombot? Froggy, where are you?" And somehow managed to get out alive, but of course still wanted to look for Froggy. And eventually Froggy did come back, much to Big's happiness, and we see him saying, "I'm so happy to have you back, safe and sound. Now all our troubles are over." And of course we see how eventually Big tries to take on Zombots and that, and with Froggy's help managed to avoid them further. But sadly we see how Froggy is now a Zombot, and now that Big has slowly started to become one, saying, "That's okay, we're such good friends. I know what you're thinking. I'm happy to be home with you." And this is the story. So I think the story isn't too bad. Again, much like Lion King 3, you have Big behind the scenes to when Sonic, Silver, Shadow and the others played roles during the whole Zombot storyline, to the whole kind of Metal Sonic taking over Eggman's empire storyline. So it's more like a filler story that isn't too bad. So I think it still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.